Hey Tubies, it's Lord Ision. Well, I'm out walking under our Sun Lord today. We got a beautiful day, isn't he amazing? Shining down on us and blessing us all. Well, I'm so glad to hang out with you. Welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. We're going to talk about a lot of fascinating things today, so just hang with us. I tell you, it is a beautiful day. The air is warm. It's probably in the 50s, maybe close to 60 degrees. You can see our plants here are just glowing with light, reflecting back our Heavenly Sun Lord. It's a great day. And what a great day to talk about the subject we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the mystical rose and how to work with that. First, I think Lord Ision needs to get some lunch. I've been working this morning, now I'm getting hungry. So let's get a bite to eat. We'll sit down, we'll talk about all this. You know, as I'm walking along here, I'm noticing that people are already getting their flower beds ready. You know, spring will be coming soon, and people have got mulch put down. And soon we'll start to see flowers grow up here out of this mulch bed. And it's going to be beautiful. You can see little stalks here now of flowers from years past. These are perennials, and they'll come back in the spring. They've been trimmed down, and they look dead now, but they're deep within. There's a bulb that will emerge a flower, and it will be beautiful. This is how roses are. You know, roses appear to die sometimes, but in the spring they come back. And we're going to talk, as I said, a little later about roses, so definitely hang with us. We got a great day to talk about this subject. There's a crow up there. Hello, Mr. Crow. Caw, 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 caw. Caw, caw, caw. You gonna talk to me? Good morning, Mr. Crow. Oh, he's getting shy. Caw, caw. He's king of that tree. He's claiming it. I love it. I love crows and ravens. They're totem animals to me. They are. They always keep me safe. I tell you, I'm walking out into the gentle air today. It's so nice to have warm air after the cold we've had. Our sky doesn't have a cloud in it. Our Sun Lord is just shining. Let's do an invocation. Hail to the Sun Lord, gracious God of light. Illumine our minds and hearts and souls, and may your rays bring us warmth, blessing, and healing. And may warmer days come soon as we move towards spring. You're growing in power, and bless us with your growing power. So motivating. So motivating. Here we are at Shooters. Let's go get something good to eat. Well, Tubies, here I am, safely ensconced in my luxurious booth at Shooters and enjoying my soda. I am just chillaxing. I got a great lunch coming, so hang with us. Tubies, PsychicBob is so excited. Look what arrived. My lunch arrived. And I got their special today. It's called a Rachel. So what's a Rachel, Lord Ision? Well, have you ever heard of a Reuben? A Reuben is like corned beef with cheese and coleslaw and Thousand Island dressing. Well, this is similar, except it has turkey in place of the corned beef. So it's a Rachel. That's what they call it. Isn't that great? A Reuben or a Rachel. I love it. And I got the cream of broccoli soup. Oh my God, look at this, guys. Rich and creamy. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, it's the best. I'm going to live and dine like a king. Oh, and the sandwich just looks scrumptious. Awesome. When we get back home, I'm going to talk to you more about Mary as Magick of Rosa. But for right now, just want to show you, I'm still reading this amazing book. I highly recommend it. Fatima Prophecy by Ray Stanford. I'm not being endorsed by the publisher or the author, but it's a really fascinating book about Marian apparitions and how one guy who was a psychic and a channel connected to the prophecies connected to that. So anyways, highly recommend it. Well, a lot of you always ask, PsychicBob, what jewelry are you wearing? And today I've got a new piece of jewelry to show you, so check this out. Check out my new pendant I just got. Can you guys see what that is? It's a pentagram with a rose woven through it. Today we're going to talk about the mystical rose, Rosa Mystica, and how you can work with that. Roses have a very special place in my life. I used to be a member of the Rosicrucian order, and my father, when I was growing up, also grew roses. So I got to know the life cycle of rose bushes and plants and came to develop a great love of them. And as I got later on into the Catholic Church and in the Rosicrucian order, roses took on an even greater meaning for me. So as a Wiccan these days, I still honor the rose. It's still part of the Western occult magical tradition. So here's my pendant. You can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Pretty cool, huh? And there we go. It's back on its cord. I've got it wrapped around me. And here we are. So when we get home, we're going to talk more about that. So hang with us. Well, what can I say? The devil made me do it. It was truly Satan. Could it be Satan? I couldn't help myself. I had to, guys. I'm indulging today. I got Sin of Sins chocolate cake. This is chocolate mousse cake. It's cake with layers of chocolate mousse and chocolate mousse topping and chunks of chocolate. Look at this. Oh my God, look at this big chunk of chocolate. And whipped cream. Is this Sin of Sins or what? Clearly the devil. Ugh, Sin of Sins. Tubies, that was a great lunch. I had such a good time with Shooters. I'm out walking. Our Sun Lord is just looking amazing, shining down on us all, blessing us. Now let's go on home. Let's have a little walk, and then we're going to explore Rosa Mystica. By the way, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had a live stream event, messages from the spirit world. If you didn't see that, check it out. It was recorded. It's in the queue right before this video. Took a lot of your questions, had some psychic readings. It was a lot of fun. And Lamb Chop was there too. Lamb Chop's at home. He said yesterday wore him out. He's sleeping today. I actually asked him to go out to lunch. I said, such a nice day. Why don't you go to lunch with me, Lamb Chop? He says, no, Bobby, I want to sleep. So he slept. He's still sleeping away. Anyways, definitely check out yesterday's video. Also, this morning I posted another Psychic Minute video. Every day I'm doing 2 videos here. The early morning video is a Psychic Minute. It's literally a 60-second clip with a spiritual tidbit, a little jewel for you each day. And then in the afternoon we do our fuller length video. So definitely you've got Psych about twice a day. Of course that might be too much for anybody, but hey, at least it's an option. I've been getting a number of letters as well from different people around the country saying, Psychic Bob, I want to join your psychic development class. I don't have any experience in psychic work. Can I be part of the class? Absolutely. This class is for people of any level, from beginner to professional psychics. Come out and join us, because those of you who are interested in psychism, you'll discover the more you study it that you'll never learn it all. But different teachers will give you different perspectives and help you enhance your skills. And so this class is designed for anybody that can come in and start working right away. And so yes, you can come and join our psychic development class. All you got to do is go to my website, which is below, link below, PsychicBob.com. And when you go over there, you'll scroll down, you'll see a PayPal button. It'll say Psychic Development Class. It tells what it is. Just click on that and enter your information. The class is held every Saturday at 12 noon Eastern time. So this Saturday we'll have the class at 12 noon. I will send out the link to those who have registered about a half an hour before the class. So around 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. You'll be getting an email. Just keep your email open on Saturday. And when the link comes in, you click on the link and it's all automated. You don't have to do anything. It'll bring you right into the classroom. So yeah, so come out and join us this Saturday. We're going to do more on trance channeling. It's only $30 for the class. 2 hours training with Psychic Bob live, one-on-one. Hey, you're not going to get Psychic Bob any cheaper than that, huh? You won't get any psychic for that price. But come on out and join us. I'd love to have you there. And tubies, here I am by the altar of Magick of Rosa. Let's take a look at this, shall we? All right. As you can see here, the centerpiece of my altar is a statue of Rosa Mystica. This is a very distinct form of Mary. And there was a visionary named Pyrina Gilli who had a vision. Mary appeared to her back in 1947. And when she appeared, she had two apparitions. In the first one, she appeared dressed in purple with 3 swords in her heart, which were the sorrows of the world. Later, she came to Pyrina and she said, my swords of sorrow can be replaced by roses of joy. And so she showed on her dress that across the top of the dress were 3 roses. And let's take a look at these. So there's a white rose, a red rose, and a golden rose. And the white rose, Mary said to her, was for prayer, that by prayer we can change our lives and change the world. The red rose is for acts of charity, acts of kindness, compassion, mercy, helping the poor, doing good things. Through these acts of love, acts of charity, we can bring joy to Mary's heart and change the world. And then the third rose down here, which is the golden rose, this is the rose that represents penance, that we should amend our lives and live in a way that we're reflective, that we have contrition for the wrongs we do, and that we should make amends to live our lives in a way that we do not harm people or do evil. So basically it's prayer, charity, and penance, the 3 roses. Now, from a mystical perspective, I have to tell you that this also could be connected to the Wiccan faith, because the white rose could be Mary as maiden, the red could be Mary as mother, and the gold Mary as crone. So in her youth, she's the young Virgin Mary, the white rose. She is the mother who gives her lifeblood for her children, the red rose. And in the aged wisdom that she gathers through her life, she becomes like the golden rose, wise and powerful. So there are many ways to look at this. And in many of the pictures of Rosa Mystica, it appears that the red rose is slightly higher. And so we could look at this and say there's a triangle, actually, a mystical triangle. And the triangle is also an ancient goddess symbol. So Rosa Mystica has a lot of different mystical meanings behind her. Now, to set a Rosa Mystica altar, what you need is a statue of Rosa Mystica. So as you can see, here she is with her 3 roses. Rosa Mystica is typically depicted as wearing a white or ivory dress. Now, my statue has more of an ivory colored dress, and it's embellished with gold, which makes it tint a little more towards the ivory rather than the white. But it's an ivory colored white, you could say. Down here you can see this says Rosa Mystica. Rosa Mystica is Latin for mystical rose. And this is one of the titles of Mother Mary. She is considered the mystical rose, and roses have always been associated with her. Now, if you want to set an altar to Magick of Rosa, you'll need to get a Magick of Rosa, either a statue or a print. You can find pictures of her online and print them out and put them in also for your image. But generally a Rosa Mystica altar will have an image of Mary. It's traditional also to have roses on the altar, of course. Now, they can be any color roses. I just happen to have red roses here today. But you can see I got some beautiful red roses, and they're in silver vases. I actually need to polish the silver, so don't look too close. Okay. And then we've got incense here that is burning. It's traditional to burn rose incense. So we've got some incense going here on our incense burner. And then you want to have candles. Now, in your everyday just use of the altar, there are a few ways you can set it up. I'm going to teach you a kind of a magical altar as well. But traditionally, many people burn pink or red candles to Rosa Mystica. I have actually 2 shades of pink. I don't know if you can see this. This one here actually looks kind of red, but it's actually a deep pink, a rose pink. This is a paler pink. It's traditional to burn pink or red, rose, red, white, or pink candles to Rosa Mystica. Now, this is just kind of my daily setup, but if I want to do a magical altar of manifestation, here's how we're going to do it, so hang with us. The idea behind this ritual is that you want to honor the 3 roses, and particularly as a triangle of manifestation. So traditionally, you want to have candles. So Here we've got a white candle. All right, so we're going to have a white candle. We want to have a red candle. And then if you can find a gold candle, that's great, but they're hard to find. You can use yellow. Some people say that Mary appeared with a yellow rose. It was white, red, and yellow, but Purina said it was gold. But according to the work I've read on Purina, she said it was actually a metallic sort of gold, like the actual gold metal was the rose made of shimmering gold. So I don't think it was a yellow rose, but a yellow candle can represent that. So you want to have 3 candles, white, red, and yellow. And then the next thing you want to have are 3 roses. Now for your roses, if you have the good fortune to get real live roses, that's really special. But most of us, I'm going to assume, probably can't get white, red, and yellow roses easily. So I went to Hobby Lobby and bought their beautiful, these are actually like plastic or rubber roses. You can also find them sometimes in silk as well, but they're artificial flowers. And amazingly, now this was what was really cool, when I was at Hobby Lobby, they literally had one column, like hanging on the rack, they had 1 row of white roses, 1 of red, and 1 of gold. And it was really weird because I was literally walking down the aisle and I said, oh my gosh, that is a that is a sign. It was literally in this order, just like this. It was literally a column of white roses, a column of red, and a column of gold. And instantly I thought back to my statue, look, white, red, and gold. And I said, that's a sign. Those are meant to go home with me. So I bought these. I think they were like $1.29 each. So the candles, I think these were about like $1.50 each. So 3 candles, what's that? You know, $4.50 in candles, and then another $4 in roses, basically. So for less than $10, you know, I got all of these supplies. Okay. So now we want to create an altar of honoring the 3 roses. So we're going to set 1 white candle, put these in front of the statue, not behind the statue. 1 white candle to the left side, okay. Then we'll set 1 yellow or gold candle to the right side. So white and then yellow are flanking Mary. And then the 3rd candle, which is our red candle, we want to put slightly downwards and in front. By doing this, we create a triangle. In magic, the triangle is considered a powerful symbol that helps generate energy for manifestation. Now, I might have you note that if you look at Mary's robes, there's actually a triangle. So there's the white rose and it goes higher to the red rose down to the yellow. This is a triangle of manifestation. From Mary's perspective, if she were looking down at her robe, it would mimic this setup because the red rose would be closer with the white and gold roses slightly below. This creates a downward pointing triangle, which is also an ancient goddess symbol, a symbol of divine power. For those of you who studied Hinduism, you'll know that many of the goddesses have what we call yantras, which are their sacred symbols. And for like example, goddess Kali, one of her symbols is the downward pointing triangle, which is a feminine, divine feminine symbol. And so I think it's interesting that Mary's roses are in a triangular form. And so when we set that, we want to mirror the 3 roses. Now, another thing that you can do, which I encourage you, is to get the 3 roses. Now, again, if you can't get real roses, you can get artificial. So at the flower, we're going to set one of the flowers at the white candle. We'll set the red one at the red candle at the base. And then with the gold flower, rose, we'll set that over here at the gold base. So now we have mirrored here the 3 roses as they exist on Mother Mary's robe. And now I have lit the altar, as you can see. We've got our incense going. We've got our 3 candles in our triangular form of manifestation. And now we want to do the invocation to Mary, Rosa Mystica, and the prayer of the 3 roses. So we will look upon Mary and we'll say, Mother Mary, Rosa Mystica, we invoke you now. We call upon your mystical power. May you be present for us through your imagery and through your altar. And we ask that as we gather here, Your presence will be here to bless us and help us along our way. We offer to you, Mother Mary, the 3 sacred roses that you have called for us to reflect upon. And we bring these roses to you now as our offering and as a sign of our wish to work with your blessed power. Rosa Mystica, hear our prayer and grant our blessings. Grant us your blessings. So mote it be. And then we can do the prayer of the 3 roses. Mystical white rose, flower of Rosa Mystica, we invoke you now for the power of prayer. May the light of prayer illumine our minds, hearts, and souls. And may all that we ask of Rosa Mystica reach her sacred throne, and may we be blessed in the process. So mote it be. Then we go to our red rose. Powerful red rose of charity, rose of love and of good works. We invoke your power now. May we be inspired by the calling of Rosa Mystica to do good in the world, to be lights to people everywhere, and to help those in need. Rosa Mystica, hear our prayer. So mote it be. And then we go to the golden rose. Golden rose of power. Let us be ever mindful of our imperfections. Let us strive daily to be open to goodness and to harm none. Let us do good in the world, and for those times where we err, bring it to our minds that we may make things right and have a soul of humbleness, humility, reflection, and kindness. Let us always seek to do that which is good and be mindful of when we fail in our efforts, so that we may improve each day by day. Golden rose of power, flower of Rosa Mystica, we invoke thee. So mote it be. 3 roses of power now we have. We call upon them and Our Lady Rosa Mystica to be an ever and never-ending source of power. So mote it be. And so each day, for those of you who want to work with Rosa Mystica, I encourage you to come to the altar. And when you have special need, you can bring it here into the triangle of manifestation. You could, for example, write petitions and set them here in the middle of the triangle, and then call on Rosa Mystica, knowing that you have the power of her sacred mystical roses and her power to guide and create the manifestation that you need. Rosa Mystica is truly a mystery, and the more you work with her, you're going to discover that there's so much more to this symbology and this meaning than you realize. The roses will take on deep meanings, and you'll find as you study them more and more, you'll learn about divine feminine energy. You'll learn about the triple goddess of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. You'll learn how together the divine feminine creates manifestation in our lives. I think through the honoring of Rosa Mystica, you'll enter more fully into the Western mystery traditions. And so I leave this with you today to contemplate. And if you want to work with Rosa Mystica, all you have to do is begin. Just start. As I said, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but the blessings are powerful and immense. Hail, Rosa Mystica. Well, Tubies, I hope you've enjoyed coming here and learning about Rosa Mystica. By the way, I meant to tell you, I should have explained that you do not have to do all your altar in the same colors, like your candles or cloth. In fact, I'm going to probably change up the altar cloth as we get into warmer weather. I'll probably use a white altar cloth with more pink candles. So you can change it up. But if you're working with the 3 roses, particularly the triangle of manifestation, then you do need to use those 3 traditional colors. But the rest of your altar can be done in any color that you feel connected to, whatever inspires you to connect to Rosa Mystica. Because roses come in many colors. You can do your altar in those colors as well. Well, guys, I've had such a good time here with you today. Listen, make sure to help me out. Please like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. Join our channel. We'd love you to be here. We put out videos every day, 7 days a week. You got Psychic Bob. Anyways, guys, listen, we'll be back here tomorrow for Vlog Thursday. Don't miss it. But in the meantime, make sure to go to my website, PsychicBob.com. Read about my work as a psychic. I have a blog over there. You can go and say hi to me on the website and register for the psychic development class. This Saturday's class, you can register over there. Also, if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, you can also register at my website for a reading. And so I look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.